So, welcome, intrepid adventurers, to your first session, or in some cases, not your first session of D&D. Last time we were together, we made all our characters, and we've kind of basically done the first setup for all your character stuff. So then I shall lead you into the adventure. To start off with, all of you have met in the city of Neverwinter, a city along the Sword Coast, mainly for trade and all sorts of commercial hotspottery, and a lot of things to do, a lot of money to earn, for example. And thus you found a request for basically a dwarven patron and friend called Gundren Rockseeker to escort a wagon to the town of Phandelver. And once you have arrived, you will each be paid 10 gold pieces by the owner of Barton's Provisions in Phandelver when it is safely delivered to that trading post.
What are we delivering, sorry?
A wagon load of provisions. So, in the city of Neverwinter, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker has asked you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandelver, a couple of days' travel southeast of the city. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found something big, and that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Barton's Provisions, a trading post in the town of. He then set out ahead of you on horse, along with a warrior escort by the name of Hilda Holden. And that are these two fellows. He set out and claimed he needed to arrive early to take care of some business. I need to switch again, hide these two. You've spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and eventually arrived to the fork to the east along what's called the Triabor Trail. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. There's bandits and outlaws that commonly lurk along these trails in order to, well, gain some extra funds by robbing those traveling along it. If you would like to each introduce your characters, what do they look like? We'll start off to the far left with good Sir Yonkathan.
Hello, I am a half-orc barbarian. I have come with a poor man's background, and I am just here for the gold pieces and continue on my way.
Okay, next up, Seamus. Seamus.
I'm an Irish widowy.
Widower.
Is it widower? My
Widower.
bad. Widower. I know there's two different ways. Who's out for revenge, but is here purely like our half-orc for the gold, so he's able to travel further to where the evil is.
Alright. Next up, Rosh.
I'm an elf who smelled something she didn't like, followed it, and found Yonkathu, and is now so curious about these races she's never met before, she'd like to stick around.
Alright. I want to introduce myself, so we'll go on to Reynold.
name is Reynold. I'm a paladin. I don't know how I got into this world.
All right. Then next up, we have, and I need to grab the proper name, Thorog.
So I'm Thorog. I am a rogue halfling. I would physically, looking at him, he's covered in scars, burns, cuts, bruises. However, all the attire he wears is black and dark. Doesn't really say much. He's kind of a mysterious character, but he's with your party to possibly do the mission you're on, maybe do something else. You're not really sure yet. So,
All right. And last but not least, Fargrim and God.
I'm a artisan brewer. I grew up in the family brewery in the town of Barwick. I found out I had magical capabilities during under a what you call that? There was an accident at the brewery, and I accidentally killed myself and my mom by teleporting us outside of the brewery. That's how we figured out that I was magic adept, and I've been chasing the arcane ever since, but also looking for new stuff to put in recipes for beer. So that's what I'm here for.
So these are our intrepid adventurers. First off, you guys are escorting a wagon. In what order are you doing this? Who is sitting upon the wagon? Who is walking alongside it? There are 2 spaces for people to sit on the wagon, and the rest kind of. There's some places in the back. However, that's also where the supplies are stored, and it's a well-packed cart. When you look upon it, you see mining supplies, food, dozen sacks of flour, several casks of salted pork, 2 kegs of strong ale that you, Fargrim, immediately recognize as belonging to a particularly good brewery. And shovels, picks, crowbars, lanterns with oil. In total, you think it's about worth 100 gold pieces, all the loot stashed upon this cart. There's 2 oxen pulling this cart, so you don't have to pull it yourselves. Kind of makes sense. So, who is sitting upon the cart and who are walking alongside it? You can also scout ahead or whatever it is you want.
Yeah, I think I'm scouting ahead. I'm not too far ahead. I'm still in eye shot, but I'm slightly ahead.
I'm with
I
the
will
ox because I'm scared of the wagon.
Okay.
I'm
I
next
think my
to the
character
cart.
be on the wagon.
You're on the wagon, Thorog?
Oh, I'm going to be in a wagon, but with my bow sort of drawn, just in case anything comes out of the woodworks. So kind of, scouting, but within the wagon. Keeping up my eyes left and right and looking about.
And Yunkathu?
Walking along the side of the wagon.
All right.
I'll definitely be
there's-
sitting on top.
Okay. Who of you 2 is driving the cart, so to speak? Will that be you, Fargrim, or will that be Thorog?
That would be me then. If he's sitting with the bow, it's gonna be me driving.
Okay. Then, Reynold, what are you doing in the meantime?
I'm about 30 feet back, looking behind, feeling uneasy.
Okie-doke. So, traveling along in the pace that you have just described to me with Seamus, I am going to screw up that name so many times. Seamus walking ahead, trying to scout out, with Thorog keeping a watchful eye on the area and the surroundings, with Rosh walking alongside the oxen, and with Fargrim steering the oxen, Yonkathu walking alongside, and Reno in the back, trying to keep an eye on whatever may ail them. You continue along this tribal trail for about half a day. And as you come around a bend, you spot 2 dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you. Allow me to adjust your positions a little bit. And I need to also position these. Wait, no, those are part of a different layer. Yep. There you go. You, Seamus, spot these. I will be moving them for a bit. Yeah. And there we go. Seamus, you spot these dead horses laying in the road. They are blocking the path. You'd need to clear the carcasses away in order to get the cart safely through. And each has several black-feathered arrows sticking out of them. The woods are fairly close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side of the road. So you are very well into the forest along this trail. What do you do?
I'm going to look around on the edges and just make sure. Obviously, I've noticed the arrows on the horses, so I'm just keeping my eye on the thicket edge along either side of the road. I'm not going to go near the horses yet. I'm going to keep my eye on the line and wait for the caravan to catch up.
Okay. You may roll a perception check for me.
I have no idea how to do that.
All right. When you go to your character sheet, there will be several skills that will be under your... I'll just go along with you. You'll have several skills that are like in the lower left area, next to like intelligence, wisdom, and charisma on the far left side.
Oh, yeah.
I have asked you for a perception check, so you can press perception, and you will be queried if you want to roll with advantage or disadvantage or whatever it is you need. This will be a regular roll, so click on normal.
Okay, so where's this thing? So I'm on my character sheet.
Yes. Then
Where
on
you've
the
got
left,
animal handling and stuff.
yeah, where
Okay,
there's
yeah.
multiple tick marks.
Yeah,
There
so, yeah.
is also perception among them, which is basically senses, looking around, smelling things. That
Oh yeah, I see
sort of thing.
perception. It's got 2 on it.
Yes, click on it, and you will be... No, not on the tick. Not on the
got
tick.
it. Yeah.
On the actual thing, you will be queried if you want to roll with advantage or not. You can click on roll normal. Just
Okay.
normal roll. And then it will be put in chat. So you have rolled a 14 on perception. So as you look basically around into the thicket and on top of these ledges, you don't particularly notice anything out of the ordinary. There's nothing you see that would make you think, oh, we're being led into an ambush or anything. Slowly the cart catches up and you guys see Seamus look around quite inquisitively about what's going on here. And then you two all see the dead horses laid upon the road. What is it you want to do?
So, as an elf, can I try and sense stuff that Seamus wouldn't see as a human?
How do you mean?
Like,
Like,
I can smell better and hear stuff. So, like,
not
can I...
necessarily. However, you can attempt to try and also perceive if there's anything wrong. What would you like to perceive? What is it that you would
Okay.
want to...
Could I inspect the
try and
horses?
figure out? You can very much walk up to the horses to try and inspect them. Yes?
Yep.
Before you do that, can I move to the front now, seeing as I'm
Yeah.
not liking what I'm seeing?
You
So
certainly may. If you want to move, you can select your characters and start moving them along the path.
Cool. I'm immediately
Okay.
putting myself
Could I-
there.
Right. The oxen, as you kind of
Trim.
just stop in your path, also stop. Yes?
Could
was
I
there-
move my character kind of... Sorry. Could I move my character kind of up to a bit higher ground and then try and hide? So like up here in the brush.
Yeah, you certainly may. Roll me a stealth check, if you'd please.
Oof.
10. All right.
He's got +7.
Sometimes the dice are against you. In any case, you basically walk up along the ledge and crouch down, trying to hide and keep a watchful eye out. So, Rosh, you want
Yes.
to move on ahead.
Yes, I want to
You
inspect the horses.
All right. So you walk up to the horses, and the first thing you see is that the saddlebags have been looted, and there is an empty map case nearby.
And it's what?
An empty leather map case, basically like
Okay.
a cylindrical, kind of with a thing to hold it around your shoulder, which very obviously the top was ripped off and is laying discarded on the road. In that moment, you hear from the brush movement, and you all see how 4 goblins pop up from the either side of the road. And none of you have noticed these, unfortunately. So what they will get is what's called a surprise round. Actually, no, I don't think any of you has a passive perception higher than 16.
Nope.
No. That's gonna be a no. We shall start off with our first bit of combat. So, how does combat work? You have enemies and yourselves, and you basically take combat in turns. These turns, or your place in a round, is determined by your initiative. If you look upon your character sheets, upon the core stat block, you have next to armor class or next to speed, initiative.
Yep.
You may click upon where it says initiative and roll a normal roll. All right, Jordan with the first natural 20 from the players.
Yeah!
Oh, you don't have to press it that many times. I'm going to use the first roll. So I need to select all of these and add them to the turn tracker.
Big roll, Jordan, by the way. Big roll.
Big
Let's
roll.
go. I mean, big roll. Let's go.
Let's see. 22, 14. I need to roll for these goblins. Dummy, now is not a good time.
Just for reference, Prim, while you're rolling for the
Mhm.
Goblins initiative, I've left my shield on the cart, so I'm wielding my longsword two-handed, just to let you know.
All right. That is perfectly
Oh,
fine.
big strikes. Big strikes coming up.
Did my roll of initiative come through? Because I've got massive error messages that says you wanted to send the results. to this roll.
19.15,
19.50,
mate.
yeah.
Okay, it did.
You've got a good one, basically.
That's a
cool.
surprise.
I
And
rolled
the
a
last
15.
one. Let's see. Oh, that's bad for you. Thorog had a
Ooh, that is
9. Reno had a 16.13. Seamus had a 19.15. And Fargrim has a 17.8. 17.8. And Yonkathu had a 18.12. You guys have rolled really well on initiative. Holy shit. However, because all of you were surprised, you will still get the surprise round. As such, these goblins pop up and immediately start aiming for Rosh. And the twanging of bows, letting loose and shooting their arrows upon you is heard. And you're going to be shot with arrows in order to try and essentially down you. Or deal damage to you. And 4. So the first goblin rolled an 8 to hit. What you can do now is look in your character sheet, Rosh.
Yeah.
And tell me what your armor class is and whether or not the number I rolled is equal or higher to that.
It's lower.
Okay, that means you are not hit by this attack. So the arrow is shot at you and flies past you, not harming you, thudding in the ground, and it's the same black feathered arrow that you see is embedded in the horses. Next up is another one of the... let's see, this guy... that one shot an arrow, this one has shot his arrow. Or, no, wait. This one has shot his arrow. This one is next. And he looks upon the road and sees Seamus and Reno standing there. And he's going to look and decide between who he's going to attack. And he decides to attack Reno.
Okay.
Reno, does a 16 hit you?
I have an armor class of 18.
That does count your shield.
Oh shit, yeah, it does. How much is my shield?
Your shield gives you a bonus of +2 to your armor class.
I have de-equipped it. I now have a roll of 16 for my armor class.
Right, and beats it, so he unfortunately does hit. And he is going to deal 1d6 +2 damage to you. You are damaged for 3.
Already applied.
Alright, so your current HP is now 9.
Goblins, orcs, they're all the same.
Right. Next up is another one. Oh, wait, no. Next up is Thorog. You, in turn, are perhaps surprised by the goblins, but you surprise them too.
Excellent.
So, Thorog, what do you do?
I am going to... Let's have a look. I'm going to shoot the goblin, which is technically closer to me on the ledge. The one by the tree.
This one?
There's that one there, yes indeed. With my short bow.
Alright. Roll your attack. A 23. A 23 will certainly hit. Theoretically, because you surprised them, but they surprised you in turn, you will not get the sneak attack damage, but you will still damage him for 5 damage. And you see the arrow thud into his chest, and just like a growl goes out of him, and you can see the wound is bleeding profusely.
Good.
All right. Then next up is this guy who sees that you... Wait, hold on. You were here... Well, no, never mind. I resolved that. Never mind. Don't mind me. The big guy standing over here, he looks a bit more armored than the other goblins. Takes up a javelin and aims it towards you, Thorog.
Excellent.
However, he rolls a 10 to hit, so you can easily duck out of the way as the javelin, the crude make of it, flies overhead and thuds into the grass behind you.
Thank goodness.
Then he starts to make a few steps over towards here. And that will be his turn, and then the last goblin is, who will take another shot at Rosh.
Okay.
Rosh, you are a 20, non-natural, which beats your AC, I do believe.
Yeah, my armor class is only 11.
Do you not have armor? You should be...
Oh, I do! Wait, so
perhaps
what
you
does-
have not equipped it. Let me check your character sheet for a moment.
I have leather armor.
Yes, and once you click on the little thingy, you can... Your armor class should be 12, because leather armor is 11 plus dexterity. So you may change your armor class to 12.
Okay.
However, you are hit
I'm
by
still
the
hit.
attack,
Yeah.
and will take 1d6 plus 2 damage. You take 6 damage as an arrow hits you, basically in the shoulder from behind.
Oh.
Ouch.
Ow!
And that concludes our first round. Rish, it is now your turn. During combat, you get 3 things in your turn in a round. You get an action, you get a bonus action, you get your movement, and you get a reaction. The reaction is during the entire round. Certain effects you can react to, but only if a spell or a feature or anything such requires it. In this case, for example, if you were to cast a spell or if you were to attack someone, that would be your action. So,
Okay.
what is it you want to do?
Who's going first?
You.
Me.
You rolled a...
Okay.
You are first on the initiative.
Right. I would like to... So I can have an action, a bonus action, and a movement, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They have
You
to be in
don't
that
have-
order.
No, you can choose. You can move first and then use a bonus action and then use your action. Or you can use a bonus action, do your movement, and then an action, or whatever order you wish.
What's a bonus action?
Bonus actions are, for example, spell healing word is a bonus action spell in which you can heal 1d4 damage.
Awesome.
Okay. So there are certain effects that you can read upon that are bonus actions. So for spells, it specifically says if it costs an action or like what's cast time. And for most weapon attacks, it's an action.
Okay. I'm going to move behind the horse corpse to hide.
Okay.
'Cause
These horses are prone. So
I'm
they
small.
are laid out flat.
I'm small, I can hide. The horses are pretty big. Right? And I would
They are
like
still close.
to attack this boy, the one that's closest to me.
If you hold your left mouse button,
Oh.
you can make it pink.
That one.
That one. Yes.
I want to attack it with Thorn Whip.
Let's see. Thorn Whip is a 30-foot spell, correct?
Yeah. Is that... Oh!
You are
Just.
exactly in range. So, Thorn Whip is a melee spell attack. So, what you can do is go to... you have your quick actions, I believe.
Yeah.
It's in there. You can click on Thorn Whip there.
Yeah. Am I normal rolling it?
Yep. Let's see. A 14. A 14 will hit. So now you can click upon the Thorn Whip itself. So like in the roll thing. And yes. You deal 5 damage to him. You see that like you reach out with your hand and create that long vine-like whip, lash it around him, and then pull. And you can see the thorns essentially embed itself into his flesh and through the armor and like through the segments where it's not fitting quite correctly. And you deal 5 damage.
Awesome.
Additionally, you can choose to... Oh no, that just happened. So you pull him 10 feet closer to you.
Okay. And can I bonus action a healing word on myself?
You certainly may. So you use your bonus action, which uses up one of your spell slots to heal yourself for 1d4 healing. Let's see. I think that's 1d4 plus 3.
Yeah.
So you can click on the ability, and then it should roll. So you heal yourself for 7, so you're back up to max HP.
Cool.
There you go. Right. Next up is one of the goblins who spots a Yonkathu and decides he is going to shoot it. A 21,
That's
I
a
believe,
hit.
will hit.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Get fucked, Sean.
And you take 5 damage as this goblin turns around, spots this huge half-orc, and embeds it with an arrow. Next up, Seamus. It is your turn.
Right. Am I able to shoot them? Obviously, the goblins that are on the top. Am I able to see them from where I am?
Yes. You
Okay.
are able to see them, however, because they are a bit higher than you, they have a bit of advantage, so it will be harder to hit them.
Okay then. Well, I'm gonna try anyway.
Mhm.
Do I right click and just thing?
Left click. If you have the cursor out, you can left click, and you're
that
going
one
to try
there.
and shoot. Yep.
I want to shoot him
All right.
with my longbow.
Let's see. If you go into your character sheet and click on the longbow, then in your attacks and spellcasting thing, and then click on normal attack, you can roll for it.
Longbow, roll, normal.
A 12. So unfortunately, a 12. Wait, no, hold on. Give me a second. A 12 will unfortunately miss. So you shoot your arrow and it just whizzes by his ear, nearly piercing it through, but just barely not. And he is shaken, however, unharmed. You still have your movement and a bonus action if you have anything to do with bonus.
Yeah,
action.
I want to move? I want to move behind here for cover.
Right. So what you need to figure out is if you have enough movement.
Okay.
So every square on the board is 5 feet. As a human, you have 30 feet movement total.
Yeah.
Moving diagonally like this, it says it's 5 feet. It's not. It is 10 feet. Because it's essentially the equivalent of going this and this.
And how do I get the tape measure out?
It's the full. I think it's the 5th icon. It's like the circle with a little tape measure to the top right.
Okay then.
And if you want to if you want to figure out how long it is, you can also drag it down and then right click.
Okay, so yeah, I'll definitely won't be able to reach there. Can I? I'm gonna. Ooh. No, I can't climb the wall, can I?
You certainly can if you want to do
Would
it.
that count? Because that's 30 foot. Then, if I'm going diagonal
So
along there.
if you want to get basically behind Thorog,
Yeah.
that would be 20 foot of movement.
Okay then. I want to get behind the trees where he is, or the brush, or whatever you want to call it.
You certainly can do that. So you may move your character essentially like, I guess you want to do it kind of like this.
Yeah, just so I'm in the brush. Is that fine?
Yeah.
There?
That is your full movement.
Yeah. And I can't do a bonus. I don't have spells, do I?
You don't have any spells yet, but there are also other things you can do with a bonus. So, for example, if you had attacked with a melee weapon and you had a dagger or something in your other hand, you could have used your bonus action to attack with that. However, you would not get any additional bonuses on that.
I don't have any anyway.
Yeah, because you've attacked with your longbow, you do not have that ability.
That's fine.
Could he
then.
bonus action hide?
No, that is a very specific thing.
Do I have to change my arrows to 19 now?
Yes. I thought I had activated that on your sheet, but yes, you have shot an arrow. I'm not super stringent on ammunition use, so after combat, depending on how many arrows you've shot, you can retrieve them. So
Okay,
you
then.
go back up to 20. So, that was your turn.
Yep, that's me done.
Yonkathu, it is your turn. This goblin just hit you with an arrow.
He did indeed.
Come on.
So he's 20 yards away from me, but to get there, it'd be 35 feet to walk to him. Would I be able...
It'll be
45.
45.
Yeah.
Well,
So would I then be able to throw a javelin?
Yeah.
Throw
You
a
would be
javelin.
able to throw a javelin once you get... so on javelins, I think it says 30 or 20 or 60. Let me check. 30 on /120. So what that means is that within 30 feet, you roll normally, but once it goes beyond 30 feet, up to 120 feet, you'll roll with disadvantage. So if
I
you
can
would...
roll normally at 15.
Yeah.
I'd be throwing it diagonally, right?
You would throw it 25 feet, so that would be a normal roll.
So I just click on javelin,
Yes.
normal roll.
A 15. A 15 definitely hits. You may click on the javelin in order to roll the damage.
And then do I just click the javelin and hit?
Wow, okay,
A
you rolled the
big
max
hit.
Big
damage.
damage.
So, what you see is essentially Yonkathu, despite not quite raging, you grab that javelin with malicious intent and just throw it like an Olympic spearsman and just thud it straight through this goblin. And the goblin dies immediately where it stands as you impale its heart in its chest with your javelin, and it's just dead.
I didn't want to rage because rage only affects my melee attacks.
It does indeed. However, you didn't rage, you still just immediately killed it.
You fucking hit me. I was angry to say the least.
He also hit me, so I thank you for that one.
Alright. So, you still have your movement, and you have a possible bonus action. However, as a barbarian, your only real bonus action is raging.
Can I move to here,
Mhm.
25 feet, and use the tree as cover?
You certainly may. The tree would give you the equivalent of half cover, which increases your armor class by 2 for each attack rolled. From this goblin's perspective, or any that are blocked by the tree. Is that your turn?
That is.
Alright. Next up, we have Fargrim.
Who's still just chilling on the cart.
I mean, everybody's just run away, leaving the dwarf behind.
So,
Just looking at what I make people look. Oh, that was the wrong page. Looking at the map. I think I'm gonna go and try for the. How the fuck do I get this to paint?
you want to go to, if you want to cast spell,
Yeah.
like as a damaging thing, you need to go to your core where I just moved you to, and then click on the spell in your attacks and spellcasting list.
That thing's acting up right now.
Which spell are you trying to cast?
Can't see my character sheet now.
Which spell?
Is it, I will try to use the thing. I can't see my character sheet for some reason.
You cannot.
No, when I press it, nothing happens.
Give me a moment.
Do you lock something for me?
I just fixed it, I think. Give it another shot. Or is it opened maybe on a different tab? Because it also has a pop-out option. Otherwise, you need to probably press refresh on your browser.
Not really using having a kid on your lap at the same time and using one hand.
Because I can see your character sheet just fine.
Yeah, it works now. Just have to close it.
Alright.
Again. So you said core. There you go. Yeah, so I want to use Fireball. That's just one action, right?
Yeah, just click on the spell. It like when it lights up red, and then normal roll. A 21 will certainly hit. So you can click on Firebolt again, and then you can roll the damage. Oh, yeah, you need to click it in the text box. So in the chat.
And I rolled 21 2 times. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you rolled the same thing twice, which is impressive.
There you go, 10 5.
Wow, okay, that's max damage. Upon which did you cast it? Like which?
The one with full health up the top one.
This one?
Yeah, the one with full health.
Oh, the full health. Then you can see, or you can all see, how the fire darts from your hand over towards this figure, and immediately sets it ablaze, and like flames lick at his exposed skin and slightly under his armor, and you can see that you dealt a very significant hit to it.
Nice.
Does he ignite by chance?
No,
Sad.
that is a different kind of effect. He is not set on fire entirely. This is just a temporary spell effect. You still have movement, and you still have a bonus action. However, you don't. I already know for certain that you, as a wizard, do not have anything to do as a bonus action.
I don't know what.
A bonus action.
Nobody's nearby, so there's nobody I could like do something to.
Who's drawing?
I'm gonna
It's
say
me,
it's
sorry,
Jay.
please remove it.
It's always one.
Still trying to work shit out, sorry.
Yeah,
Who's
would I be able to run over, like, and cover behind the rocks right next to the car?
Let's have a gander.
Or would it be more...
Yes, you certainly can if you hop off and then just walk like that. or hop off like this, like so and so.
The only thing I'm worried about, would the cow or the oxes, would they run off with the cart or something?
No, they will
Hold
not.
it down.
These are trained oxen, so they don't suddenly run away with the cart if nobody's on it.
Alright, I will move to cover then.
Right, you can move to currently says 25 foot.
Yeah, almost there. Do I need to move myself or?
Yeah, you can move yourself. There you go. That was your action and your movement. Is that your turn?
I mean, I guess it is, yeah.
All right. The next step, Reno.
Hello. See, now I have a problem. Right.
You fly away from everything.
I'm literally far away from everything. I could throw a javelin at one of these two on the hill to my left, or I could try and throw a javelin to the one on the right. Unfortunately, I think I'm a bit too close to this ridge. So is it possible for me to move up there using my athletics skill?
You certainly may.
I would like to do that, please, and move to here.
Let's see. What's your athletics skill? Your athletics is 5, so with that you can quite easily start climbing the ridge.
I would like to climb the ridge and move to here, please.
You may. That will cost you double the movement for climbing the ridge. So that means that you will have used 20 feet of movement for moving these two spaces.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's literally my movement.
All right. You still have 10 feet movement left, actually.
Okay, I'll use that. Can I use that as another time? Can I do my action first and then do that?
Yes, certainly.
Awesome. Right. As you probably have gathered, I'm going to throw a javelin. I have noticed that, however, if I throw to the people on the left here, I will throw at a disadvantage, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Because they are outside of 30 feet.
What do you guys think? Should I go for it? Try and kill off this one on the left?
I don't know, you can try and kill off the one close to Jordan, or close to Rosh, so that she's not getting hit again.
I
I'll
could
tell you,
do.
to be fair, I'm coming up soon to attack anyway, so I should hopefully be able to hit one of them.
Alright. Okay. With a slight snort and a desperate look into the eyes of this goblin that's staring right at me, I pull out a javelin and aim it at this goblin here.
All right. Roll an attack.
That's click on the left side of it, right?
How do you mean click on the left side? Just click on the weapon attack in the attacks.
Okay, so it's click on like the javelin, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it still a normal roll or is it a
It
disadvantage?
is a normal roll. It is within 30 feet. That is a 15, which is enough to hit it.
Awesome. So now how do I roll the damage?
If you click on the javelin in the chat now,
Yep.
it will roll the damage.
Come on, baby. Big damage. Big damage.
7.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So you, just like Yonkathu did before, you heft up a javelin, aim, and just thud it straight through this goblin, killing it.
As the goblin dies, I yell, Deus Volt!
There you go.
For my bonus action, I would like to use Divine Sense.
Is Divine Sense actually a bonus action?
I'm not sure, TBH.
I
That's why
think
was
it is an
asking.
action.
Okay, then I will...
Let me verify this.
I believe Lay on Hands is a bonus action?
No, Lay on Hands is definitely an action, and
Oh.
so is Divine Sense. As an action, you can open your awareness.
Okay.
So, no, you cannot. You cannot currently use this because you have attacked with the javelin, which killed the...
What you're saying to me, oh Dungeon Master, is I can do nothing and must end my turn.
Essentially.
You can
I
still move
do-
10 feet, right?
Well, you still have the 10 extra feet. You want to use that after you had done your action.
As dumb as this sounds, can I jump back down?
Sure. However, that will, trying to make a good landing will be determined whether or not you make a successful acrobatics check.
Oh, sweet. I have an acrobatics. Oh, God. Yes, I'll jump down, sure. Let's go for me.
All right,
Oh,
so
God.
you jump down. Roll me an acrobatics check, if you please.
Come on, that's 20.
Please don't break your legs, Joe.
Easy, let's
Oh.
go.
An 18. So you jump down, and as you fly through the air with your relatively heavy armor and basically all your equipment, you are the person carrying the most in the group. You thud down in the earth and make a relatively good landing. It could have gone so much worse.
Is it like an Iron Man landing when he lands?
Essentially.
Superhero
Hey, look,
so, like,
landing!
the
hey, look,
shit.
superhero landing over here.
I can
Right.
just imagine that.
Next up is this goblin. Who... Wait, no he's not, because players go first. So, Thorog, it is your
So
turn.
I am going to draw another arrow and shoot said goblin.
You can certainly do that.
And can you?
Take him down.
23 will hit. And 5 damage. So you pull your arrow back, you let loose the string, and you thud this arrow straight through his eyeball and just
Yes.
down him in an instant.
So as I do this, I turned around to Seamus and just give him a smirk, and I'm then going to move behind him. Yeah. So I kind of hide behind him because I'm a halfling and I can hide behind things that are twice the size of me.
Do you have that trait of being able to hide using your bonus action? You do not.
Not yet. Level
yet.
2. Level 2.
So you're not able to use that just yet. So you cannot use your bonus action for that. But you are slightly hidden behind Seamus.
Yeah, I'm gonna use him more as a human shield,
Oh.
more than anything else. You know, if an arrow comes flying, as I'm small, I'm kind of hiding behind.
All right.
Wow.
Then is the next guy's turn. So this goblin has been set on fire, has seen 3 of his buddies die, and is not all too happy about that. Let's see. What is he going to do?
At me, bro.
He does not like where the last attacks were coming from, so he is going to make a few movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Does he have that much movement? He does. He's going to have another javelin and aim it straight for your face, Seamus.
Wow. Wow.
However, it whips behind you and nearly impacts with Thorog. However, uselessly falls to the ground and kind of slides against a rock just behind you two. That is his turn. Rosh, it is now your turn.
It's my turn. How far can I move as an elf?
You have 35 movement speed. You can see it in your.
Oh, is that's what
speed
that is?
trait.
35.
Yes. And every square is. You can see how many squares you would.
Okay. That's too far. What? I know what I'm gonna do. No, stop. I'm gonna move my full 35 so I can see Reynolds. Oh, yeah, my full 35 to see Reynolds.
Yes.
Can I hit it? Oh, I have to change this one. So where does that take me again? 1, 2, like here?
Takes you about here.
There. And I am going to cast Healing Word on... Because he's damaged, right?
Yes, I am damaged.
He is, however, that is your last spell slot. So,
Focus on the enemy.
just for frame of reference, spell slots, you only regenerate your spell slots
Oh, okay.
after a long rest.
Okay,
which is 8 hours of resting activity, with at least 6 of that being sleep.
Okay, that's fine. So then I can do pretty much bugger all.
I mean, you can attempt to attack him.
So I could still hit with Thorn Whip, but it'd be a disadvantage, right? Because Thorn Whip's 30.
No, it is outside of your range.
Yeah.
So for spells, it is the maximum range. If it is not within that area, so for example, Firebolt means that anything within 120 feet can be hit. For Thorn Whip, it means that anything within 30 feet can be hit with Thorn Whip.
Okay, then yeah, I can't do anything else. I can't get close enough to anything.
Let me verify something. You are not close enough for poison spray either.
Nah.
What you can attempt to do, because you can also use your action to do certain other things.
Yeah.
So you can also use your action to what's called dash, which means you double your movement speed. However, that does consume your action.
Oh,
So
okay.
that would give you another 35 additional feet of movement. If you want to get up top of the ledge, you would need to climb. However, you, I think, have a very low strength stat. No, you actually have 10. You would be able to climb, however, it would be a check.
Yeah, I'll do that so I can get up. I'll do a check to try and get up behind
All
that
right.
goblin.
So you run up to the wall, like straight from the horse, just running like mad, and try to climb the hill.
Yeah.
You may roll an athletics check for me, if you please.
A normal roll?
Yes, normal roll. In 11 is just enough to basically grip onto some of the ledge and start to pull yourself up and reach above it.
So I get up.
So you can move, you can move up to there, and you have 5 feet of movement left. And a bonus action.
What can I do for my 5 feet of movement? Is getting
So-
using this technically going to be behind cover?
Well, he would still stand within your melee range, and you
Yeah.
are not moving like that, but you would move like this.
Okay. That's fine.
If you would move like this, by the way, you
Uh-huh.
would provoke what's called an opportunity attack, which
Ooh.
means that if you you would be attacked because you move out of that target's range.
Oh, okay.
That would use their reaction. So this is also something players can do. So, for example, if this guy would now move 5 feet away, you would be able to do this attack on him
Oh, okay.
using a weapon. However,
And what
that's,
bonus action can I do just now?
looking upon your character sheet, there's not much you can actually do right now. The only thing you can do is Healing Word, but that would use your last spell slot.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, cool. I'll stay here.
right, that was your turn. Then it's your turn, Seamus.
I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker
You certainly may.
with my longbow.
Yes.
There we go.
A 21 will hit.
Yeah.
So now you can
finally.
press on the longbow to roll the damage.
Give me a sec. I've lost my mouse.
Nice.
Six. All right. You see that the arrow like thuds into his chest. However, he's still standing and seems to get increasingly angry, but also increasingly hurt. So, is there anything else you want to do, Seamus?
Yes. I want to move behind. I want to move the other side of the rock. I'm just gonna move here.
Hold on. You need to see, because you can't move through this, because that's all brambles and rocks and stuff, so you can't just readily move through it. You would need to move like this. So this would be the farthest you would get.
Okay, there, yeah, 30 feet, yeah, there.
Yeah, correct.
And that's it. I ain't got any more shit I want to do.
All right. Yonkathu, it is your turn.
I think I am just going to move back towards the car and just chill.
All right, you're gonna chill my cart.
Yep.
All right. Next up,
Hey.
Fargrim.
Big chillin'.
What's my range on both maps? My range is 120 feet.
The target is not within 30 feet of you. Also, you would need to stand about here in order to be able to see him.
But the range is 120 feet.
Sorry?
Range on fireball. You can't.
Yeah, it's 120 feet. However, you're currently basically hidden behind full cover, so you would need to step. You
But-
need
but
to
if
step
I-
out.
If I step out to, like,
Yeah, you can just cast it upon him.
2-3 squares to the right, I would be able to reach him, right?
Yeah, you would be able to see him and cast fireball.
So this would be 15 feet, right?
That would be 10. Wait.
It was
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 squares, right?
Yeah.
15 feet.
So you move like this. You move like this.
Yeah, exactly. This is
Yeah.
3 squares here. I'm gonna cast fireball on him.
Yeah. Cast fireball. Uh, 15. A 15 will miss. So you can see that the dart of fire flies past him, just past Rosh, impacts with the tree behind, and kind of just fades into nothingness after licking a few embers on the leaves.
Oh, so it doesn't catch fire. That's good.
No. That-
Right, I'll run the. I only have how much left? 5 feet.
10 feet. Because you are a dwarf, you have 5 feet less movement.
Yeah, so I'll run back like to semi-cover. Like
Okay.
back in there. I was standing there before. I'm standing there now instead.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is your turn?
That's my turn. I don't have anything else to do.
Okay. Next up, Renault.
I would like to make an inquiry.
You certainly may.
How much HP does this armored goblin have left?
I am not going to tell you the exact HP values. I will tell you he is quite bloodied.
He has about 20 health.
I think I have to throw a javelin at this goblin. I think I have no other choice. Because if I don't, and our lovely rogue doesn't kill him, then he's going to attack our lovely druid that tried to heal me. Reynold will remember this, by the way. So I will throw a javelin at the
Alright.
goblin.
Roll your javelin attack.
Ah,
A
bollocks.
13 will not hit, I'm afraid.
I fucking suck.
So the javelin kind of thuds into the rock beside him, which makes him startle for a moment. However, it does not appear to harm him.
Okay, I have a question about my bonus action.
Do tell.
Can I try and intimidate him with my intimidation skill?
In what way would you intimidate him? However, and mind you, the DC is going to be quite a bit higher because you just missed with an attack.
Yeah. Can I try and taunt him with my intimidation so he doesn't focus anyone around him and tries to
How would
focus on me?
How would you go about that? Is more what I'm asking. So
With
what
a-
are you saying to him?
With a loud
You
yell.
think you're hard enough?
With a loud yell, I shout, "Come at me, goblin! I'm ready!"
I would say that's more a persuasion
Okay.
where you're trying to challenge him.
Yeah, okay.
Insult his mother.
Your father was a hamster and your mother smells of elderberries.
That would be an intimidation.
Roll for intimidation, good sir.
Yes, roll for intimidation.
Roll for initiative, sucker! Oh, that's terrible.
14 is not going to be good enough. Considering he just saw you miss an attack.
What you get for missing.
Snort, I will happily move my 30 feet. How do I do it so I can see how I'm moving? You know how everyone's got their lines to say how far they're moving?
Yeah, that's the 5th icon. It's the snap to center one.
A fourth
It's
from
the
us.
circle with a little... Oh, 4th. Yeah, I have a ton more icons because I'm the DM.
Okay, I'd like to try and move to here if possible.
Yeah, that's exactly 30 that would be able to.
And I shall end my turn from here.
Alright. Thorog, it is your turn.
I'm going to notch an arrow and attack him with my short bow.
You certainly may.
I whisper in Thorog, sir, you
Oh,
better kill him.
fuck.
A 15 will not hit.
Oh no!
Oh, fuck's sake.
I turn to Thorog and sigh.
As he holds up his shield and it thuds on the ramshackle wooden shield.
Oh, if only he was 5
Well-
feet closer. I am then going to move back here.
Alright.
Am
Is
I
that your
allowed?
turn?
Am I allowed to call him a coward at this point?
Thorog? Sure, you call him a coward.
Coward!
Right.
I just have to shrug.
Then it's up to the big boy, and he basically sees the paladin that was very angry at him, and the rogue that was trying to hit him with arrows and did so before, essentially all kind of hide, and he just turns around and spots the wood elven lady and pulls out his scimitar.
Hi.
I didn't try and hide, I was moving up.
A 16, I think, will hit.
Yes.
Oh,
That's the wrong roll.
I was gonna say what?
Jesus Christ, it's 2 damage.
You take 3 damage from the first attack.
He has me more than once? What is this?
He is going to attack you another time, or at least he's going to attempt to.
Oof.
And he rolls a 10 for his second attack, which misses.
Oh, thank fuck.
Panic. Panic.
Fucking up. Fucking up.
So, have you lowered your HP with 3?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, there he goes. All right. So he kind of snickers, but is like, that attack didn't work. He is going to use his bonus action to disengage and start running. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. You
I
do
inquire
not get
something.
you
Yeah,
do
I was
not
just
get
gonna
an
say.
attack of opportunity because he specifically uses his bonus action as a ability of his own to disengage, which means that no one can attack of opportunity him.
Ah,
Okay.
That was going to be my question.
So yeah, that is his turn. So Rosh, that means it's now your turn. This goblin smacked you.
This goblin
What?
did smack me, and I'm about
pulling
to.
back.
What?
Pulling back Scorpion Star.
I'm gonna thorn whip this bitch into oblivion.
Yes.
That
Roll
is
your
my.
thorn whip.
Ooh, that's not a good oblivion.
That's an 8. So, like, you try and grab him, however, you grab, like, some of the leaves of the tree he just ran past instead and pull them off, and now there's, like, a few naked branches.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Move to
gonna
me. Move to
move. Yes. Can I just do that?
Not straight like that, no.
Because I have
So
to.
you would need to... let me put it... oh, my page is freaking out. Wait. Like this would be fine.
Yeah, I would like to move there, please.
Oh, you even have 35, so you can even move here.
Yes, I would like to pop my here. Here.
No, one... Yeah.
Cool. And I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to use up my last bonus action.
I got
Alright.
you, Jordan. Don't worry. I got you, Rosh. Don't worry.
Seamus.
Famous take him down.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire another longbow. I'm assuming that's a tree, so I can still hit him.
Yes, however, he does get an additional bit of cover.
Oh, okay then. Can I move and then hit him then?
Yes, you can. You can certainly, like, move up to here. About here-ish, you would have clear view.
Okay, can I move there then?
Yeah, that's your full movement.
Right. That's 30 yards, which I can do, feet even. And then I'm gonna fire my longbow.
Take him
Yeah, roll an
down.
attack.
Longbow. Normal roll.
That's
Yes.
That is his AC, which
Oh.
will hit,
Oh, good damage as well.
and 8 damage. Seamus, how do you want to do this?
straight through his eye. Straight through his eye.
Yeah, I'll go through his eye.
Just
I want
because.
the arrow to go through his eye and then out the back of his head, and the arrow just hit the tree behind him with his eyeball in the arrow.
Alright, so you, as you run, you pull back and start aiming it where you think he's going to be and let loose. You can see the arrow just fly through the air, like jiggling a little bit from the aerodynamic. Thud through his eye, carry the momentum through, and just end out the other side as the body, like when the arrow hits the tree and like does the ding, he falls over dead.
Yeah!
Yes, well done.
Yes.
Woo!
Still only counts as one.
That only counts as one. How much
There we
HP do you have,
go.
Rosh?
7,
And what's your max?
10.
Okay.
No, that's not too bad then.
Yeah.
Just so I want to know, because my action was going to be to lay on hands you, by the way. But we're okay. We survived.
So,
Good job, team.
all the goblins are now dead. They are laying just completely lifeless upon the floor, blood seeping out of them slowly. Yeah. What do you guys do now that you have defeated this ambush of the goblins?
Can
Loot
I
the
search
corpses!
No. Can we search one of the bodies for loot?
Which one specifically do you want to use?
I am going to. I'm going to search the big boss man. Because,
All right.
why not?
So Thorog moves up to the big boss man to try and loot him. Rosh, you also wanted to loot one?
Yeah.
Which one did you want to loot?
I'll do the one next to him. How do I ping this thing again?
You hold down on your left mouse
Huh.
click. That one.
That one, yeah.
All right. Both of you make an investigation check, if you please.
Very nice.
Both of those are really, really good. So, there's not much of worth you find amongst these goblins. Like, you can see that most of their equipment is just patched together, random materials, shields that are basically just boards smacked together with a hammer and a few like almost overly rusted nails. When you basically start rummaging through the big boss's things, you found a scrap of paper which has a crude drawing of what appears to be like a path, like very childish drawing of a path into a cave.
The same as things talking about your mum.
While this is going on, Dungeon Master,
Yes.
I shall move into the center of the road and kneel down and pray.
Go nuts.
And I,
There's nothing specific that really happens when you pray like that.
I'm praying that our victory will not only be our last.
Have we searched the other bodies?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't yet, so you
Could
certainly
I,
may do that.
on the boss, can I also cut his ear off as a trophy?
You certainly may. You grab one of your daggers and just slice his ear off. How do you want to keep it?
I'm gonna wear it around my neck.
Do you have like a string of sorts that
do.
you want to? All right.
It's just a black thin string. Nothing fancy, but enough to pierce a hole where the ear around my.
Yeah, you
neck.
just stab it through, put the string through it, and now you have a necklace of goblin ears with one goblin ear on it right now.
Thank you.
So Thorog's got ears and I've got a foot. Why?
Can I reclaim my 2 arrows that were 3 arrows?
Yeah.
Sorry, 3 arrows that were spent.
You kind of look around and find your arrows either embedded in people like this guy. Well, you kind of have to like figure out a way to get the eyeball off, and at the end you just decide to pull it through and just kind of like gore up the fleshing and just throw the eye away. Like, well, okay.
So
Should have
have
kept
I
the eye of the
bundled 3
trophy.
then?
He sniffs it and throws it to the floor, looking in disgust.
I think I
Am I
might throw
able
up
to
a
go
little.
to the goblin and retrieve my javelin, or did my javelin shatter?
No, you retrieve your javelin. You basically, you can just essentially put your foot against its corpse and pull out the javelin as it like was set up in a weird angle, like a 45-degree angle, because of how the javelin impacted with it.
I do believe this goblin also has my javelin in him, so
No,
I will
this
take.
one has, this one has
It's the other one.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the other one
Alright,
has yours.
My bad. My bad. Oh,
Question: are our arrow-wielding friends able to get arrows from the horses
They
to
are certainly
increase
able
their
to.
stocks?
can't go
They are
wrong with
certainly
spare
able to.
arrows.
These arrows are like more crude. They are made of basically like flint heads and very. It's a very
Shite is the word you want to look for.
primal affair, where the black feathers are just like kind of taped on the back, not really taped with like string. They are just regular arrows. They count like that, but they look a lot less durable than
Shite
the
is the word.
other ones. Yeah.
And more likely to break.
I'm also gonna re-equip my shield, by the way, just so you know.
You grab your shield from the cart again, and you just kind of hold it by your side.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So now I'm one-handed with my longsword, not two.
Okay.
And I go back to praying in the middle of the road.
And all we found was that crude drawing of a cave.
Yeah, it's probably worth us
Crude
inspecting it.
drawing of a path leading towards a cave. And like from this area, you can see like a path leading between the trees towards what appears to be like a sort of ridge.
If
like
we're gonna,
a higher ridge where you think caves could be in.
What, this one here, this path here?
Yes.
if
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
Whereas the
go,
other area was the road.
If you know how if we've got language, does that mean we can also read the language?
Yes.
Can we check to see if the map has any writing on it? Because I can speak I have Goblin as a language. Am I able to check
only
it?
Make out. You can only. You can see some writing on it, but the only writing that's on it that says hideout.
Hmm.
and I make a suggestion to the party. If we go via this path, should someone stay with the oxen and the cart?
What you know is that as long as the oxen aren't, you know that if you kind of would hide them, they would not suddenly run off. They would just stay in the area they were left.
Is it worth like maybe hiding the cart there or something?
What's the
Well, no,
right?
we've used a spell action, but how far away from the camp is this road?
This road, you know that you still need quite some travel before you reach the town of Phandelver from here.
All we need to decide is this hideout worth going for?
I mean, I don't think so. 10 gold pieces are on the line to get this caravan. We can always come back.
But we could get good loot wherever we're going.
So if there was just like 3 goblins and a boss that came after us just now, just think of how many goblins there's going to be at a goblin hideout.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be loads. Okay.
We could. There might have been loot with the people. Well, there's obviously people on these horses. I wouldn't have guessed they were just there by themselves. And there was that map casing. If it was the goblins that attacked them, there could be a map there for something even bigger.
Also, remember that you were not able to investigate what was going on with the horses because you got attacked in the moment you would.
So maybe investigate the horses, see if we recognise them.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If someone has the investigation and has high intellect, they should go investigate the horses. Because I can't do it. I have a -1 check, so.
I've got +1.
I got 2.
Yeah, you go then.
Alright. So I just roll it out, yeah?
You
Wait,
walk over to
didn't-
the horses and roll them. Yeah. Sorry.
In-
The wizard have the highest
Investigation.
one, though.
Say.
The investigation check.
I got 4 investigation.
Young
Oh,
Cthulhu.
yeah.
What were you saying?
Just saying about whether or not the wizard would have the higher investigation.
Yeah, I will.
Yes, I think the wizard would have the highest, considering intelligence is their main stat.
Hey.
Falgrim, go check out the horses.
Yeah, I'll go over and check the horses.
Okay. If you want to do the investigation, you can click on the investigation skill.
Oh, I
You
didn't mean
basically
to
walk
click
towards
that,
the
by the way.
horses.
You can ignore what I did.
All right.
Oh, David.
Fucking terrible.
So, looking upon these horses, you don't find anything specific. You see that basically their saddlebags have been looted and whatever was there has been looted. However, you kind of look upon them, and then something vaguely starts sparking in your mind, and then you remember these were the horses that Gundren
Gundrons! So we're gonna get
his
paid
warrior
anyway!
god, his warrior god were essentially riding upon in the direction of Phandelver.
So basically, the person that was going to pay us is dead.
Is
And his
dead.
body, well,
Possibly.
there's no
Missing.
body.
Missing.
There's
There
no
are no
bodies.
bodies.
Missing. We need to go check the hideout. They may
Yeah.
have been captured.
Yeah, sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, we want to get paid, so you know.
Yeah.
All right.
I vote
As,
we head to the hideout then.
Yeah, I say hide out.
as is with my soldier background, wherever my party goes, I will follow. Even
Can,
if it
can
is
we at least
into
be
death.
decent and pile up the goblins and set fire to them?
No, give a position away.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
We could pile them up and hide them in a bush, but we can't set them on
yeah,
fire.
yeah, maybe at least do that.
Yeah, but power them up like.
Yeah, okay, so you take the time to kind of take these goblins and start piling them up on the, in the, about there.
Is it worth
You
doing the
make,
same
like,
with the
a little-
horses?
A little corpse spell. The horses would currently block your path. So regardless, they would be needed to move away from the road. However, a goblin corpse is a lot easier to move than a horse.
It's fine. There's an easy way to move the horses. Don't worry, I got this.
Chop them up. You can also use some of the meat for.
I'm chopping them up. You're absolutely right.
Okay, you're going to chop up the horses. You determined that they've been dead about a day as you chop them up, and the flesh is still there's where they're embedded with arrows. You can see that they're starting to rot, but hey, otherwise they are still, I wouldn't say good. It's no.
They're very.
You know what they say: paladins can't be choosers.
So you move the horses out of the way and basically cut them up, whichever way you would like. Oh god, I moved the entire map.
That's fine. That's fine. I like that.
And there we go.
They're out the way.
Right. So basically, all of that is sorted. The only thing that's still standing upon the road, genuinely, is your guys' cart with supplies.
Yes. I think we all agree that we should hide the cart.
Over
Yeah.
here, maybe? Sort of off the road?
Yeah, over here is probably going to be the best place for them.
All right. So you guys turn the cart around and essentially start marching it towards here, where it's kind of hidden by the bush.
Cool. I didn't actually realize you could just move it. I thought you were just gonna delete it and place it over here.
Hell no. I prepared the shit in advance. Alright. So,
Okay.
Now there's a certain thing, because some of you are hurt.
Yes. Hi. Hello.
You, in order to heal, you can take what's called a short... basically, you can do two kinds of rest, which is a short rest and a long rest. A short rest is about an hour of just sitting around and just relaxing a bit, and during this time you are able to roll your hit dice, which are basically the dice you get from your class in order to roll back your health. This takes an hour. You don't regain anything else unless it specifies it. However, on a long rest, you would regain all your hit points and every feature you've used unless otherwise specified. However, taking a long rest means setting up camp and taking an 8-hour rest. In this case, you would not be able to take a long rest. However, to heal up, you could take a short rest to heal up some of your health and use those hit dice to essentially heal up. That does mean that those hit dice are used until your next long rest.
I look to my druid friend. I would look to my druid friend. Shall we rest? We're the only ones damaged here.
I think isn't Yonkathu damaged as well?
Yes.
I need a B2.
How
Who cares about
damaged
the
are
orc?
you? Oh shush.
I've taken 5 hit points.
I think it's worth having a short rest. Just so we're all somewhat fit and healthy.
I want to save my lay on hands. I have a feeling I might need it. So.
Right. So you guys take a short rest for an hour to roll your hit dice and regain that health?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Okay, Reno already rolled his hit dice and heals for 8.
Sorry.
Yonkathu heals for 4 and Rush heals for 10. Those are because you get an equivalent amount of hit dice equal to your level. So right now you all have 1 hit die, and those are now used until your next long rest.
Okay.
So, you can change 1 to 0.
So did we get any experience for that?
You have gained a total of 58 experience for this.
Nice.
So you may put in the experience points part of your character sheet that you have gained 58 experience.
And I healed for full, and Sean healed for 4, so he's at 13, not 14, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I basically healed for 3, right?
Yeah, you healed to full because you max rolled.
It's in where your class and stuff is. At the top.
Experience points. So 58, did you say?
Yeah.
Yes, 58 experience points.
Forgot to double check before I made my character what the experience to level ratio is. Fuck. Forgot about that.
Don't worry. I'll be figuring that out for you guys.
Thank you.
Can we have a quick break? I really need this.
Yes.
Okay.
Go take a wee, get a drink, whatever it is you need.
I'm coming out of character here to say this. I'm actually having so much fun. Like, working everything out and everything is just so much fun.
All I've done is get a little bit angry and throw a javelin.
I got a little bit angry, threw a javelin, got an arrow thrusted at me. Not thrusted at me, sorry. Shot at me, took a little bit of damage, threw another javelin into a wall. That has been my... And then prayed afterwards. That has been my Crusader experience.
I can chat with,
Yes.
since we're having a break, I can chat with chat. Lauren says this makes her want to play. She's not gonna lie. So does Becca.
I need Becca to come in. I need my wench.
Also,
I need my wench.
Wow.
I'm
Dude.
back.
Wow.
What?
Oh dear.
Also, thank you so much for all of the follows so far, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's okay, I feel like I'm gonna end by the end of this campaign with a pet.
Baldwin, McBurty, Paldram, thank you so much for the follows. It's very much appreciated. I hope you're well. And hope you're enjoying it. This is our most of our first times playing, so we're gonna be rather... Well, I'm gonna be very poor. I'm never good at these kind of things.
I'd like to point out, I don't know if everyone else would agree with this, but if there is next combat, we should formation, by the way. Big hitters and tanky boys at the front, range dealers at the back.
That was the thing I was going to figure out, because all of you basically play MMOs. So you all think of these like genuinely encounters in a game like that. So I'm really curious as to how you're essentially going to break my encounters based on the fact that, you know, y'all have actual tactics in mind.
John, you're coming with me to the light. Let's go, dude.
The best part is, Jay, I can use your shield.
Yep.
Like, it's gonna basically be a case of,
Sean.
if we're not
Sean.
surprised, there'll be
I'm messaging
Sean and
something,
Jay up
sorry.
front. I'll be kind of chilling in the middle with everybody else. Well, I suppose Greg might run in as well, if he is melee as well as having bow and arrow.
I just had an idea, so I've just messaged Sean on Discord, and I think he approves. Because obviously, I'm more favorable using the two-hand, but I use the sword and shield for when I'm defending people. Because, you know, as is my ideal, I lay down my life in the defense of others. But, like, at some point in combat, I'm going to end up dropping my shield, and I'm going to get Sean to pick it up and throw it at someone.
What, like a Captain America?
Fucking bouncing shield, yo.
Why can't you throw it and then you've got divine shield?
Smite
Say
people
a
with my
small
shield.
prayer. Yeah, say a small prayer and then toss the shield.
I don't know any. I just have to say Deus Vault and like throw it.
I was gonna say, I'm still running around with a giant great axe and 2 hand axes at the same time, you know? Trying to throw a shield as well as all of that.
You can throw a
I
javelin.
have a spare hand.
Throwing a shield would get very interesting. There's no such thing as Avengers Shield.
No, but you can throw the shield and daze them, I bet, right? Because it's heavy.
Yeah.
Well, throwing the shield would be counted as a improvised weapon attack, and a ranged one at that. And you are not proficient with throwing shields.
That's alright, I'll give it to Sean. He'll work it out.
So,
Yeah, but I'm not
it's
proficient
interesting
either.
that you guys post this, because this is the exact thing that happened the first time I did this campaign, where the paladin wanted to start throwing everything. And
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
I am in the mood to throw in the rage of the Lord. Trust me, everything will be thrown.
Everything. Couch, kitchen sink, everything.
Yeah.
Also, query. I have a query, Prim.
Yes.
With my shield, can I shield bash people?
No.
Oh, that's a skill, isn't it? Okay. Yeah.
Yes, that is a very specific thing in one of the most recent books, I believe.
Yeah.
Can
I was
you
gonna say,
get-
just look at my shield and go, oh.
Can you get like legendary weapons and armor in this?
Yes, you certainly can. The chances of you getting those, very slim.
Is it legendary or uniques?
No, they are. There are multiple like depictions. There is common, uncommon, rare, very rare, legendary, and artifact. Those are
That's
like
the one.
the dependencies. Legendaries, however, are not like a legendary in, say, World of Warcraft. They are just very rare, very mythical items, and getting one of those is basically a campaign in of itself. They are legendary for a reason. Uncommon weapons or items, magical items, you are able to find easier. However, don't expect them very quickly. And usually, if you can find them at like a blacksmith or a general goods, basically a general goods store, they are quite expensive.
I'm gonna mute while we're on break because I want to turn my fan on and I'm very hot. So I'll be back. Smiting things in the name of the Lord has made me all sweaty.
You haven't even used
haven't
your
smoked
your
yet.
Defiance. Yeah, you haven't even unlocked Defiance Smite yet.
Just you wait, baby. There will be screams of Deus Vult and purge the heretics.
Well, if we are if Greg's not back yet, I'm gonna go fill my water bottle.
Yep.
So I'll be back in a moment.
I have just the distinct feeling of just invoking Bruce Almighty me and just being all like, smite them, almighty smiter!
Yeah, that's not going to end well.
I need to work on my intimidation, I've noticed. That's the thing I can gather from the first encounter. I need to work on my intimidation. Apparently a paladin clad in chainmail is not as intimidating as I thought it first was.
Honestly, if I didn't kill that goblin outright, I bet I could have intimidated him pretty well.
Rar. I'm so glad that my athletics check kicked in, by the way, and I managed to land, because my
That's so
god, was
funny.
That was
A
nuts.
part of me was kind of hoping that you failed, but not too much, so you just ended up kind of like through the ground, like kind of in a hole in the ground, just like torso out.
Yeah.
That's not what would have happened. You would have just gone prone. The first 10 feet drop, you don't take any damage. After that, every 10 feet you fall, you take 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh
To the
my
point
god.
where, to a maximum of 20d6. So,
I
if
could
you would have
died.
fallen, no, it was only 10 feet, so you wouldn't have taken any damage. It would just have meant that you would have fallen over, just fallen flat on your face without any damage. However, I've had encounters where people have been essentially, oh, I'll just jump down. That's 40 feet. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, you take 15 points of damage as you smack upon the pavement. So,
Simply land with an my face.
yeah, your face will be what stops you from
Your
breaking your
face,
legs.
your face gets turned to paste.
Oh my
Essentially.
He'll end up looking like fucking Sean's
Are
Hawk.
we all back?
What the fuck? What you fucking say?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I think we have all returned. Oh, wait, before we go, I need to return us back to this side for a moment. What is the marching order? This path is basically a single file path as it, like, the thicket begins to actually thicken.
I'm in the front.
So, okay, Jay, you are in the front?
Yep.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm in the front.
All right. Right, who's behind him?
I would say maybe. Yeah.
All right, next up.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, that was Thorog, right?
Yep.
All right, next up.
I would do a Tessa next. Obviously,
Yeah.
you don't want to leave him
I
behind.
don't know. I'd go Jordan next, and then Atessa, and then Louis.
Oh.
Because we know the
There you
old
go.
man is slow.
Like this. Well, I mean, he's a bit
I am,
shorter,
yeah.
but then again, you guys have a halfling who is also a bit slower.
Oh, we just pick him up if need be.
Yeah, we'll just,
What
we'll
the
just,
halfling?
Like-
we'll just
The
pick him up
halfling.
and run with him. It's fine.
Sean, pick up the
All right,
whole thing.
so you guys start walking along the path, leading, basically just winding and going through this deep thicket of the woods.
Into the thick of it. Into the
Oh,
thick of
into
it. Into the thick
And
of it.
it
We're
goes a bit
dancing
northwest,
through
and
woods
it starts
on
to.
a long reach. Into
starts to-
the thick of it.
Rush.
Sorry.
Trash. You basically start going through and walking in a basically northwestern-ish direction. You walk along this path. There's not really anything that seems to stop you, but I need to check something. However, Reynolds,
Yes.
as you walk, you start like basically looking around, trying to pay attention. I want you to throw a wisdom perception check for me, if you please.
There it is. Normal roll, yes.
Yes.
Big roll, Jay. Come on, you can do this. That is not a big roll.
You are about to put your foot down while you feel a snare under your boot, and you kind of just leave your foot standing where you're not quite triggered to trap yet, and you feel as though the tension hasn't been pulled from the rigging. And when you start to follow your eyes to the trap, you can see that there's like a loop around your other foot that would pull you up into the tree above you.
Can I shout halt before this happens?
You can certainly say halt. Your foot is still on the tension.
Okay, so
So the trap has not triggered.
I shout out, "Group halt! Don't move!"
Right. You still have your foot upon the snare. Nothing seems to be happening in the moment. I think the rest of you has to stop considering the giant armored paladin is standing in front of you and telling you to stop.
And
After standing on something.
What's the hold up?
I need to move my foot out of this before it snares me, right?
Yes.
How would I go about this? Could I use my
you can
athletics?
just step your foot away. Like, you feel that if you keep your foot in the current place, the trap does not trigger.
I move my foot as quickly as possible, trying to not be snared.
You move quickly, and just as you remove your other foot, shift your other foot's weight a little bit, you can see that the trap triggers without you in it, and just a rope pulls quickly into the tree, and then just hangs a bit uselessly about 10 feet above the ground.
I immediately draw my sword shield to my chest and look around.
The forest stays quiet. None of you seem to notice anything wrong except that suddenly there was a trap and it was triggered, however, it did not catch your forward scout.
Maybe
Anyone
open your
wants
eyes
something?
next time, Paladin.
I turn with a snort to Yonkothu and then carry on walking down the road cautiously.
Okay, you start to move along the path again.
Don't say again, I walk into a trap. Like, come on.
You walk for another 10 minutes and you start to hear the sounds of running water. Like a shallow body of water, like kind of meandering through the forest. It's very peaceful, very calming. Reynold, roll me another wisdom perception check.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's do this. Come on, 16. That is not a 16.
That is not
Oh
16.
my god.
As you walk along the path, you are carefully looking around your feet, and then you can feel your feet give way as
No.
a bed of leaves falls inward, and it would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Right, so I
A
just...
dexterity saving throw is above your skills.
Yep,
Those
I
are
see
your
it.
saving throws.
Yeah, I see it. Ah, shit.
Oh,
No.
no.
There is a 10-foot pit, 10-foot deep pit. That's about 6 feet wide and 6 feet long. And you essentially see your forward scout fall into this pit and land at the bottom. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you smack harshly upon the dirt floor. The walls of this pit are not very steep, so you can quite easily get up again. However, you did quite slip and fall face first.
Okay, I took 2 points of damage. Do I need to use an athletics check to get out of this?
No, you don't have to. The walls are good enough to not, essentially not have to
Okay, you ready for this?
really climb.
Are you ready for this? I climb back out, brushing off the dirt from my armor, look back at the group at Seamus and go, do you mind kindly as to go in first to scout out these traps?
I would be honored.
Right. So you guys shift positions with Seamus. Instead of bringing up the rear, going to the front. Reno, where are you going? Behind Seamus?
I will follow behind, 5 feet behind, so I'm still towards the front, just in case I need to be there. But I'm still walking behind, brushing the dirt off my armor and my shield, cursing under my breath. In Paladin tongue, of course.
Alright. You all continue to walk. And as you guys continue to walk, you find the source of where this water is coming from. I need to go and set your guys' order. It was now Seamus, Yonkothu, Thorog,
I was
think it
behind
then-
Seamus. I was behind
Ah, you were?
Seamus.
Okay. Let me sort that.
Just to let
Rosh,
you know.
and then Renault, and then Fargrim. So, you see that path kind of goes over the stepping stones in the water. This water is not even 5 feet deep. It's like 2 foot at most. So
Okay.
you could just stand in it and easily make your way across. But going on the stepping stones is just as easy. And you can see that the path kind of continues and then winds around the like upper areas of near this cliff. And kind of lead further forwards. And looking upon your drawing, you can kind of see the path that was meant to be followed.
Should we even stick to this path, considering I keep falling into fucking pits?
You certainly can.
Is that the entrance there? The cave entrance there?
You have no idea.
No, but if I look at the
We
map, I don't know
can't
what
see
the,
it
the
yet.
Yeah, but no, with the map drawn, I don't know what the drawn map looks
No,
like.
it looks to be in around that area.
Oh, okay, wow.
Alright, who has high perception? Let's try and find this bloody thing.
Yeah, I've got pretty high perception.
So do
I
I.
have 3.
I've got 2.
I have 5.
Someone
Oh,
roll a perception, see what they can see.
From what position? Just as you are walking along this path, or
Just looking
we-
from the river.
Can
We
I
get across
move?
the river, maybe, and get higher.
Yeah.
Oh, up here.
Yeah, no. You see here, there's definitely this tree is climbable up it.
yeah. This is about 10 foot. Like a 10-foot climb.
Because this cliff here is going to take a lot more to climb because there's no easy way up.
That is a 30-foot climb. And this is a 20-foot climb.
Right, with my athletics, I should be able to get up there. All fall flat on my face. That's usually my luck, by the looks of it.
I don't
Climbing
know,
that without
30
gear is
30
going to be rough.
Yeah, like it will take 2 turns to climb 30 feet.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I think if we go to this first one here and we can do a perception check here, see if there's anything in like the near immediate area.
might be an idea. Maybe send someone with high perception and maybe one of the tanky boys to go with them, just in case.
Well, if me and Jordan go, Jordan's got the high perception and the high move speed, and I have a high perception if we need another perception check.
Yeah, I've got quite good acrobatics as well, and perception and athletics.
Who
And
are you going to send up there? I assume that all of you make your way across the path?
yes,
Yeah.
I assume we have to roll.
No. These stepping stones are... You can easily step over these stones
Yeah, that is cool.
up along the path.
Sweet. Send Yonkothu and Rosh up the log. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I want the both of you to make an acrobatics check then, please. The DC for this will be quite low. This log was obviously put here for a reason, to basically climb and balance upon. Rush,
Oh.
you easily
Oh my God.
walk up along this path. You kind of know this from how you've grown up, how to walk along these areas, and it's like practiced ease for you. Yonkothu, for you, it's more like you are a big guy. This log is not that big, and it's quite... You're kind of stepping along it, and then your foot slips. I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck no.
Big dumb orc fall over.
Oh,
No. He slips right
You-
one foot on each side.
You slip on the on this thing, bounce with your chest on the log, and basically snap it in half with a loud.
God.
Oh God.
Did
Well,
Rush
if
make
there
it
was-
up? Did Rush make it up?
Yeah.
Rush
I'm
No,
now
Rush
stuck
made it up.
up on the cliff.
You can easily climb down, or
Okay.
you can attempt to climb up again, Yongfu.
Big dumb orc fall over.
You take no damage, but the log made a loud cracking sound as you fell.
Well, they're gonna know where there's people
I was
around.
gonna say I angrily look at Yonkafu and shout, "Well, if they didn't know we were here, they do now."
Silence, paladin. I will make another attempt to climb.
Please don't.
All right. Will you just climb the cliff now, or will you still
Yeah,
try and like
I'll
balance
climb
along?
the cliff.
All right. Roll me in athletics. Yeah, this is good enough. You clamber your way upon the side of the cliff up onto the ledge, and join Rosh upon the like elevated plateau.
Welcome to our lofty heights.
I shout up, "Found anything yet?"
Give me a minute!
Rosh, roll a perception check if you please.
Perception.
Big numbers,
roll.
big
Big,
numbers.
big.
That's good enough.
16. I'm going to check something.
Oh dear.
I need to make some rolls.
Uh-oh.
You barely audibly hear some rustling of bushes, not within your vision, but slightly up ahead.
Okay.
Just like you have the feeling it's just beyond the cliff you're currently looking at. So this cliff. Just beyond that.
Okay.
So like here, maybe.
Because it could be here, it could be here.
Yeah, it could
Over
be
here as well.
here. Could be down here as well.
No, because there's rustling bush. These are all stones.
Mm. What do we do, guys?
All you hear.
I mean, why?
Well,
I
I
feel
can't
like
hear
someone. We should go up river. River's the more direct route and is away from possible traps.
Well,
This-
I've got good stealth, so I could always stealth and maybe climb up here, try and get a better view.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like the look of this at all. Not one bit.
I mean,
There's
can I
too
go up
many
river?
vantage points.
Mm-hmm. If anything, we need to get our long range people on these vantage points just to see.
I think
I'm a dwarf. I do
Louis-
not.
yeah.
I do not climb fucking trees.
That's okay. You know what I could do?
Yeah. Well, so
Crow.
me and
Don't
throw
be
the
funny. You
dwarf.
don't toss me.
Why always when I get to this map, one person wants to throw another?
I need to. I mean, to be honest with you, I need to throw him up there, right? There is
If
no
I-
other
I mean,
option.
If I had a dime for every
understand-
time this happened, I would have two dimes, which isn't a lot. But it's strange that it happened twice.
Okay, question: am I strong enough to throw the dwarf up there?
No, you're not strong enough to throw a person 30 feet.
Oh, damn.
No, this is
Three.
only 10 feet.
could
This
I
person's 10 feet.
could I sneak to up around here and climb here?
You can certainly try. Do you like take the path?
I'll take the path, but sort of keeping kind of like to the cliff faces, so to speak. So not
All right.
not in the open. You say.
All right. As you walk along, I need to get. You basically start to move around this way. Yeah, around that way. You step here, and then you notice something right in front of you. Something familiar. You notice this.
Oh,
A- a strung out piece of rope that seems to be attached with a slightly hidden in the path other piece of a rope that is clearly a snare.
Okay.
Play
You
that.
spot it and are able to just step over it if you so wish, or whatever you wish to do with the trap. But you
Am
at
I
least
able?
see
Am
it.
I able to disarm a snare?
You can cut the rope while not standing in the
Is
snare.
it-
You've
is-
seen
is
how
the
it
rope
worked last
tight?
time.
I just feel that people in the party are a little bit clumsy and may get trapped in said snare. So I feel if I cut the rope, then there's going to be no risk of that.
The risk of,
Silence, infidel.
Atessa, what were you saying?
I was trying to say that is the rope, is it tight or is it loose?
This rope is tight.
Right, so I wouldn't cut the rope.
You don't see this.
No.
So
But
technically, this is knowledge.
he's not saying anything then.
Okay.
He's not telling the rest of us that there's a fucking trap.
Yeah. I could
you
do
can-
actually. I guess
What do you
I
wish
could
to
tell. I could tell Rosh, couldn't I? And kind of play Tiny's whispers because she's only 10 feet away.
Yeah.
could I,
She's
like,
not
point?
10 feet away because she's 10 feet up. So
Okay.
she's about 30 odd feet up.
Okay. Would I be able to signal her, like hand signal, like trap, or would that not really work?
Well, she is trying to pay attention, so do me a general charisma check.
Let's have a look. I think it's that one.
18, plenty. You basically start to motion to Rosh, like, hey, there is a trap right here. And Rosh, as you follow his gestures, you can see that there's another snare trap over there.
Okay. I then relay that there's a trap to Yonkothu, who can tell the guy, shout down to the guys down below.
Alright. Yeah?
Yo, Yonk, there's a trap down there.
Guys, there is a trap.
Alright.
What did the dumb orc say?
He's saying there's a trap.
You step over the trap. You don't trigger it knowing where it is. And you can make your way up along this area. And you want to start climbing?
I'd like to, please. Yes.
Alright, you make your way over to here, and I would like an athletics check off you.
Athletics check. Okay.
Nice.
17. Yeah, you, despite your smaller form, or perhaps because of your smaller form, you are able to kind of grab hold onto some of the ridges along these like ledges and start to climb upwards. You finally like pushing yourself up onto the ledge and ending up here.
Nice.
Taking about like half a minute to do so, to do it carefully.
Well done.
Nice. Could I possibly work my way towards, let's just say, around here, still sneakily, and then do a perception check to see if I can see any more?
Yeah. Roll a stealth. Yeah, an 18 works. You start to make your way over to this area right here, climb this bit of rock, and look over here.
Nice. Right. Would you like a perception?
Perception.
Yes, you may.
Right.
Ooh.
A 21.
Oh, well, you're seeing something.
Or nothing. Or nothing. There's nothing there. There's a rabbit.
You spot these two goblins that are now actively looking around, pulling their bows and their arrows, and kind of just trying to look around and see if the noise they heard or the yelling they've heard is coming closer.
Okay.
We all need to be quiet.
Yeah. I'm going to not attack, but ready my bow, should we say, so not just an arrow, just in case I need to react for any reason.
Right.
All the party just staying back right now? Are they gonna wait for me to come back, type thing?
We should start moving up closer. If you've only seen those two goblins, chances are there could be more.
Maybe we don't know he's seen those yet.
Yeah.
True.
Would I be able to? Would Rosh, if I was over here, would she be able to see me across?
Yes, however, this is out in the open. And you know that the goblins are looking around properly now. They are trying to see if there's any attackers.
Okay. Would Rosh be able to see me if I was here?
Yes.
Would I be able to work my way back kind of here and then maybe communicate
With the same
somehow?
stealth roll, you would be able to move over there. Communicating with her again non-verbally would be another charisma check.
I can have a go. It's not going to hurt, is it? Otherwise, people can walk into a trap.
Yeah, she might not understand you.
No, there is that as well.
I mean, you gotta go for it. I mean,
let's have a go. Oh, that's a shit.
That I think will be enough. Let's see. Let's look at this. Yeah, that'll be enough.
Okay.
Your passive insight for you, Rosh, is high enough that you can immediately understand what Thorog is trying to convey, which is there are goblins up ahead. They are essentially a trap.
Okay. Yonka, don't say it too loud. There's a trap up ahead. We need to get back down to the others and somehow get around them or not get ambushed, basically.
So with that then, would I be able to then, instead of shouting down the cliff, would I be able to then try and portray the message in a different way? So try and use my
essentially
hands to...
non-verbally convey it as well. Like the others are kind of just standing at the foot of this cliff, looking towards what you and Rosh are doing. So do me a general charisma check.
Oh.
So Yonkathu is waving his hands right now, Seamus and Fargrim.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know quite what he means.
He's an orc.
He's just kind of waving his arms and trying to make motions, and you're having a real hard time trying to understand what he's trying to convey.
Do you think he's being rude right now, guys?
dumb orc.
Can I just be shaking my head, just like...
Dumb orc do dumb things, you know?
I mean, the attempt is there. It's just... It's maybe not his way.
So clearly something else is up, right? I mean, he just shouted there was a trap, and now he's waving his hand. Guessing there's more.
That is something you can reasonably assume.
I mean, that's what I'm saying to the others.
I got logged out. Hold on.
We definitely got to start moving forward now.
Yeah.
I would like to move just in front of the trap, because obviously we know there's
looking at the confused faces at the bottom of the cliff, would I be able to climb back down to then recommunicate?
Yeah. You can just climb down this cliff. Easy.
Do I need to do any sort of check or just go down?
Going down is easier than going up.
I got signed out and can't sign back in.
Try and refresh your entire browser. Just close your browser and open it up again.
Yeah, doing that.
Grim, could I move back to where I was up here, just to keep an eye on the kind of orc?
Roll me another stealth for that, if you please. Alright.
Oh god. I don't like the sound of that, alright.
I need to check what their values are. Well, they are goblins, so they are not the wisest.
Back, I think.
Welcome back. However,
I'm really small, I'm only halfling.
you are indeed small. However, they are actively looking out for you, and one of them lifts up his hand as you poke through the brush to regain your previous position and spots you.
Oh, great.
And that is where we are going to leave the session.
Oh
Ah.
Bloody hell, the halfling.
So
Someone
when
throw
we,
the halfling in the bin.
so
Hey,
when
I
we
did
come,
well. I did well up until that point. All right, you leave me alone. You're all standing back there by a fucking log.
I'm
I
sorry,
mean,
alright. I'm not gonna.
climbing that thing, I can tell you that.
Jay's limping his way round.
I'm sorry, right? But I'm not gonna fucking end up falling in a damn hole again.
I'm not helping no halfling.
Despite the short session, I hope you guys had fun. And
Oh, yeah,
it's very
hope you
much
guys
fun.
had a blast with your first, perhaps not for everyone, the first D&D session. But
It was good.
yeah.
Very good fun. Thank you.